Cwr2 Singapore with Australian Charlie today, mate. Joined alongside me is our Yorkshire buddy Adam Richardson, also known as Ghost Fired Up.
Good eye, Charlie.
No, I'm the only Aussie around here, mate.
Welcome to Cwr2 qualifying today. We have got
Aussie Charlie in the room.
We've got Singapore. This one will be a long one. And also, finally, wet tyres have been banned.
I made that decision myself, actually.
I can't look at you for the accent, my god. Cwr2 S3 the first car out on track.
He's on the harder compound of tyres, he's on the soft tyre compound compared to these super soft tyres. In the UK Sonoda car. Maybe after that he's gonna grill some chicken on the barbie or something, I don't know.
It's shrimp on the barbie.
Shrimp on the barbie. That's what it is. I forgot.
The barbie there, mate.
Do you want a cup of tea, my...
Oh yes, splendid.
My driller. But we watch Mr. Trigger 2K20. And this is the only view we can have through this section of the track, as that is constant punchy now on his outlap as well. What are your expectations for Trigger 2K20 today in qualifying?
I think we should get top 10. The hard compound of tyres, so he's not using his toughest rubber right away, as like.
As we have a comment, good eye, mates. Let me check that for you right now. Oh, it's Preston.
Jesus.
But now Trigger's about to start his lap. My prediction for him in this qualification, P12.
I think P10.
You said that last time when he was P14.
Shush.
Preston, shush. How many Triple League podiums do you have? Exactly. Anyway, how many CWR2 championships have you won? Exactly. Right, Trigger, now into turn 3, onto the big, long straight. Got 2 viewers. Trigger is purple, but he's the only car out on his lap at the moment. Quite a small grid today, as... What are you saying? How many races have you done to really compared to me? Huh? Exactly, sure. Well, you need to be the best to get into it first, so you clearly weren't good enough to get into there early enough. Anyway.
Oh,
Tim has left.
I will be invited.
So there's a yellow flag. Mr. Vex going slowly. Backing away from his teammate Trigger, going into the final sector.
Where's
Now, under the bridge. For Trigger. I don't know if it's a bridge. Yeah, it is a bridge. Yeah, it's a main road, isn't it? Because Singapore is under a motorway. If you didn't know that, as you can see the road up there. Now Trigger to the final sector. So 153.5 for the Brit.
Is that the lap? We don't know.
I'm not sure.
Could be, might not be. I think constant pantry will be the next to cross the line, I believe.
Indeed.
Still in sector 2.
In the Mazepin car. Our least favourite Russian. He is purple.
And apparently, I don't know where these sources come from, but they are relatively true. does kind of look like someone. I don't know if you know him. It's called Charlie MG06.
But
Kind of
now,
look like him.
Constanpanchi, under the bridge, in the high-tech car. It does look stunning under these lights, the silver gloss, shine, very bright curbs. As he has invalidated, Sultan will now be the next one on his lap with the Michael Schumacher helmet.
Let me have a look.
In the
What
number
lap
20.
would have been? It would have been a 152.5, so over a second faster than Trigger.
But now Sultan, very wide. And it is slower than Trigger.
Next car to cross
As
the
we have
line
Kimi.
will be Gummy Gamer.
I don't know why Kimi's going to...
153.3.
Mr. Vex is next. He has invalidated. What would the lap time have been? 154.5.
So
Constanpanchi is purple. Trigger is not going again. Gummy Gamer looks like he's going again.
Kimi as well on his outlap.
Ooh, Constanpanchi robbing the wall there. Sorry, I'm very tired.
Fine.
Oh, and Sultan's round.
So it is round. See those yellow flags. Now coming up to the sector 2 line is Constanpanchi.
He's purple again.
He's purple. How is he purple? Because this game is broken as hell.
His last lap would have put him ahead of Trigger.
Yeah.
Well, Gummy now. Sorry. But now, under the bridge. Pretty much the only corner that I know of. Into the DHL zone, as I like to call it. Doesn't invalidate. He's very close to there. Little opening in the wall that you want to get as close to as possible.
In soft tyres season 3.
But now Constanpanchi crosses the line and it's 152.7. Kimi, what's happened to him? It's not Kimi. It's Jake. What's he done there?
Something. We presume.
Mr. Vex on another lap. Well, on his only lap. Gummy Gamer coming into the pits. Sultan coming into the pits. Mr. Vex now comes across the line. Where will that lap put him? He was invalid again.
No,
Oh no, he wasn't. He was P2. Very close to Constanpanchi.
12,000 to the second. As
Constanpanchi is going slowly. I don't know if he's out of fuel or not. Kimi really throwing the car in through these sectors now. Is he purple? He is.
He's allegedly purple. Because Charlie has disappeared, probably been kidnapped.
Ah yes, I've definitely been kidnapped.
Yes. Most likely by the kidnappers.
Don't sue us, it wasn't me who said it. Anyway.
Now, through the DHL section, as Charlie likes to call it, throwing his car in, good speed without the corner, still valid as well. Coming to turn 23 now. Where will this lap put him? It puts him into P3.
Only P3. The intervals are very, very close.
Yes.
Only 200 separate him and Constanpanchi. 8,000 separate him from Mr. Vex. Jake Marsh is on a lap.
The debutant Kvyat 26 Torpedo is on his outlap. Andy Forrest is on a lap.
Jake, I'd say is one of the favourites for today, seeing as Kart Racer is not racing. Although Smilett's Kyle could run away with this one.
Never count out Jackson either as well.
Jake is allegedly purple.
Yeah,
quite laggy though.
Yeah.
I think my prediction is that it's going to be Kyle, Jake, Jackson. No. Kyle, Jake, Giano. Jackson.
I think in the feature it will be Jake, Jackson, Kyle. And in the
But now Jake
feature,
crossing the line.
no, in the
It's a very good
sprint,
lap.
it's a
Yeah,
very
it's
good lap.
1.8 seconds quicker.
1.8 seconds.
Kimi is 3/10 up through sector 2.
My prediction for the sprint, Kyle, Timbed, Kvyat.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I think Andy could get a second win, followed by Jackson and
You
Jake.
never know, but we're going to be here for hours because Singapore is this game, especially on
Kimi
the
improves by 6/10.
Singapore takes forever.
Andy Forrest is invalid. Jackson on his outlap.
Kvyat
26 torpedo on the super softs. Interesting.
Especially with 18 minutes to go. First race in CWR2, doing relatively well in Torpedo Liga 2 at this moment in time. Currently P5 in the standings.
He is purple.
Over there.
That's what you'd expect for those purple striped tyres, however. As was Jackson just done.
At the moment. Oh,
I
no,
flicked to him as he's just decided.
He spun?
Just went straight on. Doesn't want to get in the way of his teammate though, who is on an invalid lap. Anyway, Cwr2 26 torpedo coming under that bridge. Why is it just switched to Jackson? What the? There we go. Under the lights.
Yeah.
The number 3 car.
Apparently. In the Wheeling Village car last season. God.
It was last year's cars. But yes, I was.
So
What for the first half?
The first half defending car championship thing, perhaps, maybe.
Constructors champions last year though, you and I virtuosi.
Yeah,
Coming across the line.
Across the line is a
P2. That must be a very, very good lap time from Jake Jackson on his lap. Will he get close to his teammate?
We'll soon see. Andy Forrest up into P3.
Very good lap time there.
Pretty good. On the
But Kimi has lagged out.
We will have a look at Jackson on the soft compound tyre. Ooh, bogging down a little bit under.
That's what you want to do when you have no traction though. He is purple. Allegedly.
There's a yellow flag in sector 2.
Oh, Jackson's gone straight on. He's done that twice now.
Very unfortunate there for Jackson. Constantanci on his outlap.
Big mistake there. I was gonna say, could we see a Cwr2 one too potentially? But it's not looking good for them. As Jackson almost crashes on the pit entry as well.
Perhaps getting held up by Jake in the pit lane as well. Yeah, he is.
As who's that? Is that Jake?
As migrating horse. Have I lagged out?
No, it's migrating host for me as well.
Yeah. Must be Jake who has lagged out then.
Not yet though.
The host is still being migrated. I'll send him another invite, just do it right now. I think I can, while we're not being migrated.
This is broken.
Broken. Broken. SF Kiwi's left, and Jake has left, officially.
Indeed, the provisional pole sitter. I'll send him one too, why not? I mean, you'll have a blue screen, but suck it up. There you go, Mr. Small Jake Marsh.
Who's taller than you?
He's older than me. Constanpanchi on his super soft run. Jake Marsh has rejoined. Anyway, under the motorway, there you go. In the Marina Bay streets.
Constanpanchi 1 second up on the lap.
Oh, and he hits the wall. Looks like he has got damage as he's got a lot of understeer. Does he keep it on track? He does. He's quicker than Kvyat. Dolga about to start his lap. Sultan starting his lap now.
Mr. Vex and Gully Game are both down.
This could be a surprise top 5 lap for Dolga, I believe. Well, top 10.
There's still quite a few drivers who are yet to settle.
Yeah, but by the end of the session, I think he'll be top 10.
Yeah. Bunnies, Jato, Jackson, Kyle, and Tim, all very quick drivers. Still yet to settle out.
As we have a comment.
From who?
Jake left on purpose as he was lagging. Thank you, Kyle.
Cheers, Kyle.
For calling me a goat.
Oh, was Tim Beddoes knocked out again?
Oh, Constanpanchi made to be holding up Dolga a bit there. Jake Marsh on his outlap on the super soft tyres.
I will send another invite to Tim Bed.
Dolga's purple.
Allegedly.
Oh yeah.
Into the Arta Markov HWA. Tim Bed has rejoined. Jake Marsh on the super softs. Could we see Jake Marsh do a pole lap already?
Provisional. Dolga crosses the line. It won't be P1, it's P2, 5 tenths off. Current pole sitter.
He's getting better, more grippy. Play into Jake Marsh's hands very well here.
Very shiny Cwr2's car. Tim has lagged out again. As Constanpanchi enters the pit lane, Mr. Vex is invalid. Gummy Gamer's about to finish his lap onto the super softs. Oh, he's skimming the wall a bit.
As he comes across.
Well, his lap put him P7. It's a 1.1 second improvement.
And now coming through the final sector, Jake Marsh to start his first final lap on the super soft tyres. DRS wide open as the lap.
I'll let you commentate this lap.
Coming through turn 1, very grippy, almost leaving the track there, but just doesn't millimetres away. Very clean through turn 1. There is Mr. Vex then pulling over to the side to let him through. Very clean through turn 4. through the little turn 5 kink, as we will see only a half a tenth improvement there, but still allegedly purple through sector 1. However, tyres not really going to be improving that much through sector 1. It was mainly through sector 2 and 3 as Team Bed joins back, where the super soft tyres will have the biggest impacts. The very clear lap so far, going through where the Singapore sling used to be.
Under the bridge.
Bridge, yeah. DRS wide open. How much up or down will he be up on his lap? He's 3/10 off now. Going into the fiddly left, right, left, right, left, right section of the track. As my leaderboard just decided to glitch a little bit.
Mine glitched as well.
Very quickly, using as much curb as possible.
Easy on the throttle on exit, nice and clean. To cross the line now, how much will the Cwr2 driver improve? 6/10 improvement. Can his teammate beat that? Can his teammate get into the 149s potentially? Jackson really throwing the car in.
Final corner.
Yes, he does.
149.9. 3/10 quicker than Jake.
Dolga is 3/10 up. It says he's purple. I wouldn't believe it. Comes on hand sheet, running in a very lofty P4 at the moment, may I add.
Two Cwr2s, absolutely clear though.
Although we haven't had the MP Motorsport cars or the ART over Yato Racing go on a lap yet. Tim has left. So, me...
97th time.
Jake is up. Jackson is invalid.
Jackson is invalid. How much is Jake up by?
A tenth.
A tenth. Oh. As we have a look at Dolga, who only improves by a tenth to move within a second of Jake. Trigger on a lap as well on the super softs. I'll have a look at his lap.
Tim is back in. Jake is 5/10 up.
5/10, so that would put him in P1 by 2/10 of a second.
Now.
Trigger is 1/10 up.
Coming through the DHL section now for Jake Marsh. Very, very clean. He's really risking it by putting a lot more throttle on through there. It's looking like it will be a 49 lap time, but how much by? It's a 1.5 tenths ahead of his teammates. Almost 5/10 improvement there for the young Brit. Trigger, 10th up on his lap time.
Two Cwr2s just absolutely looking dominant at the moment.
Yano is now on his out lap. Is Jackson going for another lap? I'm not sure.
Bit of a risk on the super softs.
Though Jake did it on his second lap.
Jake can Jackson do it on his third.
He is going to go for it. In the Nelson PK Jr. car. Oh, this is a nice camera angle.
Going through the DHL section now is Trigger. Going through the final corner, taking it very safe.
He puts him up into P9. Jackson is minorly down and invalid.
Still looking like a very likely 1-2 for Cwr2s though.
Though we haven't had the big uns go yet. We haven't had the Smarlets Kyle or Jato Racing.
Bunny's on his lap now. Bunny's been in very good form recently.
Has he?
Pretty much since we took over as commentators.
Well, Zandvoort got taken out on the last lap.
Yeah, he's been doing better than he was though, since we took over. Right, conservative there in sector 2. Very clean through the old Singapore sling. Oh, just losing a little under traction into the DRS zone.
No, Bunny's
Pushing the wall.
really
Next
squirrely. What'd you call it? Smile, it's Kyle. On an out lap. Timbit as well following him out. Bunny's is pitting.
Hitting. But for what reason? Has he sustained damage from that wall hit? We have a look at Yano now using all the curb he can in the Max Armstrong car. Ooh, just clipping the wall there at the same place that Bunnies did. Now into the DHL section.
Can he beat one or if not both the Cwr2 cars?
I don't think he will.
Coming through the final corner. He won't. Only puts him P3. 1.2 seconds off.
1.1 second.
So
Exactly for Jackson. With 2 minutes to go, I'd say that it will remain a Cwr2 1-2.
I don't think so. I think Smilett's Kyle. Kimmy. Newfound pace there for Kimmy.
Only the second. I still can't see.
I think Kyle will split them, or if not, beat them. Championship contender, kart racer not racing, Kyle could gain a maximum of 46 points if he does the double.
And he gets pulled both fastest laps.
Indeed.
Kimmy go for it again at 700 up.
We watch Kyle on his lap time. Second race for MP Motorsport after switching from high tech. Kyle, is he purple? He is.
Allegedly. Oh, Kimmy just almost loses it on the traction.
Kyle, fine margins there from hitting the wall.
Kimmy could go within a 10th of Jake Marsh now. However, both of the Cwr2
A 10th of Jake?
No, a 2nd of Jake.
I was gonna say. Jake, it's... Okay, my screen's showing me things. It said he was 5 tenths up. Jato now goes 7 thousandths ahead of Kimmy.
Kimmy is a little bit up there, hitting the wall there. As Kimmy pits, Kimmy does pit.
So that is his quality session over. P4 is the best he can do. Will he get beaten? I think... Could Kyle... Kyle's gonna have a Cwr2 in traffic here.
Kimmy and Gummy Gamer haven't gone out for another lap.
That's fine. And now Kyle rounding through the final corners. Will he be able to split, or if not, beat the Cwr2 cars?
It's not good, it's already over 150.
It's only P3. He's going to go for another lap. Jackson, can he beat his teammates? Jake, half a tenth up.
What about Jackson? Jackson, 20 seconds down.
No, that was from the last lap. He's on a new lap now. Jake, 2 tenths down on his lap time.
Down, that's a bit...
Can Jackson improve? He is. He's 600th improvement. Kyle, 8,000th improvement.
Tim Bed I believe, I don't know what's going on with Tim Bed.
Has he just made another lap?
I don't know.
Is there going to be any improvement from Jake? No, he invalidates. So now it's all down to Jackson or Kyle. Can Jackson take pole away from his teammate to get his first pole of the season?
Going to the DRS zone, he was 6/10 up through sector 1. Haven't really been paying attention through sector 2. He's 800ths up. He's now in 600th to a second of Jake. However, in
If he
sector 3,
improves through
he
the...
has...
Kyle's backed out.
Kyle's backed out, so that... As Jato has gone into P3.
Jake's AI's just crashed.
Jake's AI don't AI.
Will that result in him losing positions? I'm not sure. But now, can Jackson take pole away from his teammate through the final corner? He was up. Jackson now. All he does it is 5,000.
5 milliseconds. Oh, very close there between the two teammates. Just Bunnies and Tim Bed on that.
Bunnies is not on an amazing lap either.
No, he's down. 5 seconds. Tim Bed's invalid. Tim Bed, please just go straight across the line. Do not pit. Thank you.
I kind of want to see Jackson's AI hit Jake's.
As it is, Jake Rash, 2005, on pole by the slimmest of margins.
And if I remember rightly, the last time Jackson lost out on a pole, after being that competitive for one, was Season 2 France, where I outqualified him by, again, 5,000ths of a second. That's crazy. But Kyle wants to waste all our time and pit. Thanks, Kyle.
Kyle, much appreciated.
As we watch the pole sitter's sorrow-looking car just vibing on the straight by himself.
Yep. Very, very competitive pole qualifying session there. Will that correlate into the race? Singapore isn't known for great racing, but
What do you mean?
was Spain and Sandport.
Last season it gave us a banging show.
To be fair, it did. Was it the season finale?
Yes, it was.
I think you may have had some bias in that, not gonna lie. But it's a Cwr2 1-2 with Jake Marsh, 2005 position by just 5,000ths of a second over Jackson. Jato Racing with a surprise P3, but still 6/10 off the Cwr2s. Cwr2s of Jake and Jackson.
Is this the first front row lockout for a team this season?
I believe so. Do you want to do the rest of that?
Sure.
I'll do a sprint race. As we are just waiting for all the cars to get ready for the formation lap.
Indeed we are. As we're ready for the start of the formation lap, Jake Marsh leads them away. Can Jake get his first win since Zandvoort Season 2? That's the question on everybody's minds at the moment. as we listen to the lovely roar of those Megachrome engines.
Beautiful sounding Megachrome V6 engines here. As a V8, I don't know. They are beautiful.
As we still have quite long left. The formation lap, Cwr2 is the only driver to have been disqualified so far.
Just rounding the final corner now are the front runners. Now in auto AI mode. We are ready for the race start. We'll hand you over to Charlie.
Now, Jake lining up along, well, Jackson lining up alongside his teammate, I should say. But Tim wants to take his time on the formation lap and make everybody size freeze, doesn't he? The MP is all we are waiting for. Now, we are ready for the race start here in Singapore. 4 lights, 5 red lights, and it is lights out, and away we go. Jackson now, not a good start. He's got jumped by Kyle, and Jarno's going round his outside. Kyle makes the position. Jake is running away with the lead currently as these two battle it out, and now Jarno is making it past Jackson as well in the background. Mr. Vex into spin. Kimmy is off. Kimmy's crashed. And now Dolga is very close to the back of Jackson. This has been a horrendous start from Jackson. Cwr2 is round. Stop muting your mic.
Oh, I'm muting.
Oh, fair enough. Virtual safety car, Andy Forrest. What the?
Jackson 5-second penalty.
What the hell? Andy Forrest's AI has just gone straight on under virtual safety car.
Where is Jackson?
Is she just taking everybody out?
That is very unfortunate there. That will probably be removed for Jackson.
No, we'll serve it in the pit lane, you can't. But he has heavy wing, he has no wing.
Oh, disastrous for Jackson there. A perfect getaway for Jay.
Although Kyle now chasing after him. Jackson has really been done over at this race start. Although Gummy Gamer gaining a lot of positions. Mr. Vex and Bunny is now side by side. Was almost contact. Mr. Vex goes down the inside of Cwr2. Gummy Gamer is now up into P5. It's not where you normally see him at all. Jackson getting past Andy Forrest 3. But this race has just... Yeah. Jackson's going to need to pit. Jato needs to pit as well.
Jackson hasn't pit. It's a safety car.
That's good for Jackson. Oh, there's a big crash. Sultan's crashed on pit entry. What?
Kvyat and Kimmy both out, so they were two involved in the accident, which has been a very serious one. However, is it glitched
Our
or
timing screen's
entirely...
glitched.
Yeah.
Can you give Andy Forrest an invite, please?
Done. And I've now finished eating.
Good. But this is gonna hurt the soft runners.
Well,
As
as my timing screen now says, Sultan has overtaken everyone in the safety car, as Jake has overtaken everyone again.
we love Codemasters, don't we?
Soon to be EA.
But when it gets to the end of lap 3, the super soft runners will be able to pit onto the softs and go to the end. If they can make their tyres last to the end.
Which I think Singapore being a very high tyre wear track, I don't think we'll be able to go to
Jackson's
the
gonna have to try it. He's got no wing at all.
end, as he's not hit again.
Yeah, well, because it's lap 2.
Ah, yeah, fair enough.
Tim has pit. He's gonna have to do a 2-stop then for the German.
Unless he can do Charles Leclerc in the 70th anniversary Grand Prix and somehow pull off a one-stop, rather inexplicably.
A 1-stop.
Yes, Charles Leclerc was stopped once in the 70th anniversary Grand Prix.
Yeah, but he has to pit again.
I will do.
Because of the lap 3 rule.
Yeah. Speaking of Charles Leclerc, someone who is a fanboy of him, is currently in P1 after a perfect start.
Did you see what happened with Andy Forrest and Jackson?
I did not know.
Check on the stream and go to... Oh, hi Thomas.
Tommaso.
Oh, I think it was lap 1, wasn't it? Just go to when the virtual safety car was. It was lap 2.
Virtual safety car, okay. That was lap 1, wasn't it?
No, it was lap 2. Oh no, it was... No, it was lap 1.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Andy Forrest AI just going through everyone.
It looked like a bulldozer.
I don't see how that's a penalty for Jackson. Even though it won't be removed, I feel like that should be removed.
You can't. It's as simple as that. Will Jake pit?
I don't think he will.
He does. Jake leads everybody into the pit. Watch everybody's pit entry. Trigger. Will take the lead of the race. Oh, was that an illegal pit entry from Andy Forrest? Note that down.
Jake being held up a little bit.
Jackson is really holding up Andy Forrest.
If he does that for much longer, the bulldozer will come back out.
Jake coming out like in P4. Jackson is going to be last.
Last question mark challenge. Kyle attempted it last week. Can Jackson do it this week? as the Carlin of Cwr2 K20 is in P1. So the biggest losers of
Oh, it's got to be Jackson, hasn't it?
well, it's got to be Jackson, surely. SCF Kimmy as well, down 10. The biggest winner, Timber DJ, 12 places.
Although he does need to pit again.
Does need to pit again.
So Jake is your legitimate race leader.
We're down 5 places, however, all those in front do need to pit. Jackson down 11 places off that start though. Very unfortunate there. And if the safety car does go in this lap, which I presume it won't.
No, I don't think it will. Just gotta wait for Jackson.
Yeah, so let's just hope it doesn't.
Got no favouritism here. If it goes in, it goes in. I don't care.
Yeah, we got no
We can get optimism. No, we want exciting racing, don't we?
Yeah, we do, but Jackson will be 36 seconds off of Flint. Well, Twitter.
But it is not going to go in this lap anyway, so...
Safety car will stay out for one more lap, let the rest of the pack catch up. There's still Bunnies as well who was in that quarter. In the Calamine Lock car, the beautiful red and black UNI Virtuosi. As the Bunnies has now caught back up.
Jackson is the last driver to catch up to the field.
Will 99% chance, I'd say, be in this lap. The only driver to stay in the same position as the side is Gummy Gamer, who's tied P10. Also, for the trigger prediction for qualifying, neither of us were right. We literally split down the middle of our predictions.
Safety car should be in this lap.
The whole pack is in there, so there's no reason why it shouldn't be. Again, almost hitting Sultan.
Timbits hit Yano.
Yano's round.
Yano's hit Jackson.
A bad race goes even worse for Jackson. Does Jackson have damage?
Yes, he does. He has big damage.
Oh. Well, it's Kyle red flag. Red flag.
Red flag?
Penalty. Yeah, red flag. Second 2013 again, red flag.
This has been disgraceful from some
drivers, yeah.
Yeah. Like, what is Tim doing? And then Yano's rejoined, not watching out for other drivers.
Andy Forrest's AI.
Well, that's an AI, it can't. But now Trigger has gone.
He's gone. Looks like a good restart. It is a decent restart, I'd say.
But now Jake on the back of Mr. Vex.
Catch up by a little
Jake's gonna go for the move on Mr. Vex. Down the inside.
Very nice.
Jake makes the move. What tyres is Jackson gonna go on?
Oh, someone's
Trigger's in the wall.
Trigger's crashed as well. On the exit turn 1.
Jake's gonna want Mr. Vex. Oh, Gummy Gamer, what's happened here? Oh, he's almost spun as well.
Not constant punches as well for resetting the track.
Okay, I'll note that down now.
potentially dangerously as well in the pack. As now Jake Marsh has a lead of 8 tenths of a second, and Mr. Vex has just clipped the wall. Well, it's Kyle now up into P2.
But Trigger is all the way down to P8. He has to pit again. Kyle 1.6 seconds off Jake. He has 10 laps to close in and overtake.
However, Jake, with the pole position, already cleared the 3 drivers in front of, well, 4 drivers in front of him.
Oh, there's contact! Tim is in the wall!
Tim is in the wall.
They're too wide behind him.
Oh, Trigger having a look on Tim Bed. Trigger going for the dive bomb.
Whoa, he's made it move.
Trigger, almost hitting Tim Bed there, going a little bit wide. That will be a warning, probably. I will get the penalties up.
Oh no, Gummy Gamer, and so Andy Forrest is round into the... Oh my god, this racing has been atrocious so far today.
Worse than 2015 European F3 at Monza. 2016 or 2017.
Dolga now looking to overtake Mr. Vex.
Some of the racing today has been atrocious as Constant Pantry just pushes bunnies off of the track. So, a quick rundown on penalties. Smilex Kyle has 5 seconds.
That will probably get removed.
Mr. Vex has 10 seconds. Timbed BG has 5 seconds. There's been a crash behind.
That's a big one, that's a big one. Mr. Vex involved, Sultan looked like he was involved, Trigger involved as well. And Andy Forrest with wing damage. Gummy Gamer as well. Dolga on the back of Mr. Vex. Will he try and move around the outside? Not quite. Maybe switch back.
Dolga still technically in a net P2 at the moment, though. After penalties, however, I assume Kyle may get removed. Could this be a podium for Dolga?
It could be. He's got to watch out for Tim behind him, but...
Tim getting involved in accidents left, right and centre, he may probably get a post-race penalty for the safety car incident as well. Tim is missing an end plate as well.
Yes, and Dolga was there very close to the back of Mr. Vex. Bunny now was very close to the back of Swanson Panchy. I can't really speak today. Trigger near the back of Andy Forrest.
Oh, Mr. Vex is the wall! End plate flying off.
Do you reckon he can last Super Stuff 10 laps? I don't think so. But Jake is just streaking into the distance.
4 seconds now clear. 9 seconds if you include the penalty. Mr. Vex now being overtaken by Dolga.
Can he get past now? Mr. Vex has more straight line speed than him. Although Dolga's going to send it. And he makes the move.
Very easily.
Trigger and Gummy Gamer into the pits. Bunny's on the back of Constant Panchy again. Mr. Vex battling with Dolga still. He has wing damage. Okay, he's now backed out.
He's now backed out. Timbed unsteering a lot, just clipping the wall. I think this is Dolga to lose on the podium.
Oh, now Constant Panchy is round. Understeers into the side of Bunnies. I don't think there was much either driver could do there.
Both end plates now. Constant Panchy. Gummy Gamer is what
virtual safety car.
What? Can I just know a Gummy Gamer because that was I don't know what
did he do?
Came out of the pits and just swerved straight across the track.
Did he cross the pit lane? Entry exit line?
Well, I wouldn't say crossed it. I'd say violently went across it to the other side of the straight.
Did it affect anyone?
Almost.
Just clip it. Clip it.
Yeah, I will clip that because that was a bit of a man.
Drive-through penalty for Mr. Vex.
Mr. Vex.
Who needs to pit still?
Yes.
Mr. Vex, Tim, And Constant Punchy. Jackson could still get reverse grid pole. I think the sprint race is Jackson's in my opinion.
With the pace he's showing at the moment, I think Jake could get it, you know.
But he'll have to overtake everybody.
He's already done several overtakes. He'll be fine.
But if his teammate is starting on pole, and we know how close they were on pace.
5,000 to a second doesn't really get who is her 16-year-old.
He's a race engineer. That's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
As Constant Punchy into the pit lane as well.
Hitting the wall on pit entry. The Vex changing his front wing. Bunny's now P6. Andy Forrest P5, Timbed P4, Dolga.
Yeah, Jackson's gonna get a W7.
Sultan another 3-second time penalty. So as it stands, Mr. Vex is on sprint race pole.
Indeed. No, Trigger is.
A lot of movement near the
Does
back.
Mr. Vex need to pit again? No, he started on super soft, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did. Perhaps, maybe.
Yeah, he did. As
Well,
there's no battles at the moment.
There isn't. However, this is looking very good for Jake's first league race with his last season.
I don't think it's his first league race, and it's the first win in this league, though.
Yeah.
As he's won in other leagues.
Yeah, he has to fair, probably. May have won in soft tyres a couple of times. But Trigger now on sprint race pole, 56 seconds.
Oh, Sultan, only person within a second of a driver.
Let's watch it, 'cause there's nothing else to watch.
Giano has left the
Kyle
league.
may have made a mistake. Has Kyle made a mistake? He's fallen back a lot from Jake. As Yano's in the league, rest in peace. Yano's career. Is his career over? You can to investigate that.
The real question is, can Trigger last his tyres to the end?
I think he can. He's aggressive on his tyres. Although he's on the super softs.
Mr. Vex is in.
I think Trigger will have to pit again.
Bunny's closing up to the back of Andy Forrest.
Whatever happens, we're on for an insane sprint race.
Indeed. Jackson is only 30... hold on. He's 28 seconds behind Tim. I think a pit stop is around that. So, especially with Tim's 5-second penalty,
Oh, Trigger just hits the wall.
I think Jackson could get P6 here, which would be a good recovery drive, seeing as what's happened to him.
A safety car would be perfect for Jackson right now.
Not for his teammate, though.
Not for his teammate, no.
As Bunny's all over the back of Andy Forrest.
Jarno has now left. Gummy Gamer a minute and 37 down now.
But Bunny's with a better exit than Andy Forrest, going on to the pit straight.
Yes, a battle.
Can you and I get the Campos? He's going to go to the inside, but he's too far back. And my trigger just got stuck. Sorry about that. Callum Ilott car against...
Or in P8?
What? Oh. Bunny's is going to have... Oh, trigger with a 3-second time penalty.
Still
Bunny's all over the back of Andy Forrest now. He is close
Will
enough
it
to make a move.
him survive?
He's going to the inside line. Will he make the move? Forces Andy Forrest off and he gets 3-second time penalty for it. He's made the
And
move.
Forrest does have a missing end plate though, so that will be very easy for Bunnies. As now he goes to chase down Timbed, who's lost a load of time to Dulger. Dulger will actually catch you up to Jake, maybe.
No, he won't get him.
You won't get him, but
He is improving. Who has the fastest lap currently? It is Jake Marsh. So currently, Jake is getting full points for the weekend.
Currently. Pole position, feature race win, feature race fastest lap.
Can he get a sprint race win with fastest lap?
Can he do what no one else has ever done in this league? Essentially a Grand Chelem.
Yeah, they have.
Wait, have they?
Mhm.
Oh. Wait, who? Well, this season at least.
Oh, this season kart racing might. I'm not sure.
Car racer has.
You forget about me. No, I think I did it in France last season.
Right.
Or the season 1, I definitely did it in Monza.
Yeah. I'm doing the sprint race at Monza. In season 1, I finished P8. I got a point.
Only point of the season is it was the only race you raced in.
Yep. As Timbed and Bunnies now within 3 seconds each other. Bunnies, did he just clip the wall there though? Regardless of that, Bunnies is on a charge. Now the gap between Jake and Kyle. Now,
Kyle has 8 seconds of penalties.
He does.
So as it stands, he won't finish second.
Dolga will finish P2 as it stands.
Although I believe Kyle's penalties will be removed after the race. So essentially this is good better for Kyle, seeing as he'll start a position up and then he'll probably get the penalty removed anyway for the after the race. So
yeah,
he'll get the same points, but he just starts a position up. Maybe that's why Dolga started pushing.
I believe Jackson is catching up to Andy quite significantly.
Yeah, he is. He was like 20 seconds back. Jake now starts 13th lap of the race. Big lead for Jake Marsh as it stands.
7.6 seconds excluding penalties. This has been
Dominant.
13 dominance all over the league. As it stands, with penalties, a 15 second lead. Kyle is actually going faster than Dolga at the moment.
Jackson's gained 2 seconds in that last sector on Andy.
In just the last sector. Gap now 9 seconds. This could be a good battle as the rest is now. I'm currently riding on board with Bunnies who nearly spun down the exit at turn 3. But
I'm gonna keep on board with Jackson.
I will tell you when to come on board with Bunnies though, as he is rapidly catching up to Timbed. Still on a charge, his Bunnies. Now the gap is around 2 seconds.
Although Tim needs to pit still.
He does. Does Dolga need to pit? I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't.
Gap now 1.6 seconds between Timbed and Bunnies.
Jackson is up on his lap time, so he is really pushing now.
Jackson within 7.5 seconds of Andy. P6, maybe even P5 for Jackson here.
This has been dominant for Jake Marsh. I thought he's going to win the race by over 10 seconds.
And that's excluding penalties as well.
No, it's not.
As now, I would swap over to watching Bunnies and Timbed as now they are split by just 6/10 of a second.
Jackson has gained 6 seconds in 1 lap. on Andy as
Tim Bennett's just let him through.
I think they're in the same party. There's no point Tim battling as he has wing damage. Oh, Bunny's almost spun it there.
Yeah. As I will now ride a ball with Jackson. Just 5.
He can almost smell Andy's engine. He is getting that close to him. Well,
that is a very nice smell to me there, engine.
I do. Yeah, especially like petrol stations. Love that smell. It's not good for you.
No, it's not good for you. 2-stroke petrol. It smells beautiful. I used to own a motorbike.
Or a camper van. A nice old camper van.
Oh, yeah. A bit like what we were driving earlier with his bought.
We won't talk about what was on those camper vans. Anyway, Jackson now. Within 3 seconds of Andy Forrest. Tim sticking on the back of Adrian. Although I'm 90% sure Tim will have to pit again. Consampanchi has overtaken Sultan as Sultan enters the pit lane.
How much damage does Andy have? Because he's dropped.
He pretty much has no wing on the left hand side.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage. This should be an easy move for Jackson then, who is now within a second.
Indeed.
Gaining loads of time through every single corner.
But Trigger looks like his reverse grid pole.
Good exit from Jackson, DRS wide open.
Is he going to send it? Angry Jackson is a quick Jackson and an aggressive Jackson, and he's made the move. He is rapidly gaining on Tim as well. Only 3 laps left of the race though.
Bed will have to pit again though, that's the thing.
Potentially. I think he will. He should get a warning the next lap.
Now the gap between Timbed and Jackson is just 8.4 seconds. As now Jake extends his lead to 9 seconds excluding penalties. Dolga still within 8 seconds of Kyle as well.
Yeah. Trigger has got past Andy Forrest, who has pit for a fresh set of super softs. So, could he take away Jake's fastest lap?
I can't see it happening, honestly.
How much is he going to have to improve by? 4.8 seconds.
But that has just gifted Andy Forrest sprint race pole as well.
Indeed. Trigger is going to get an extra point in this race, but maybe not getting the pole. Though Consampanchi is going to try and battle Andy Forrest. Jackson rapidly gaining now. As Kyle starting his penultimate lap.
It's unlikely, I know, but
he's within the 5 seconds. Tim gets a 3-second penalty there as well.
So this could be Jackson up into P5. Timbed will have to pit, maybe, probably. So, I will ride on board with him now. Surely he has to pit. Surely.
He'll get a warning this lap, telling him that if he doesn't pit, he will be disqualified, I think.
Yep, he will not pit.
Let me check the race director if he got a warning.
Has he received the warning?
He hasn't. Well, I don't know if those warnings pop up or not.
Regardless, Jackson will finish P5 anyway now. Just 2.3 seconds.
Could he maybe get bunnies? I don't think so.
Nah, he won't.
If bunnies gets another penalty though.
Nothing's out of the question yet.
Andy Forrest has got Trigger's pit.
This is... Did Trigger have to pit? Trigger did have to pit.
No, he didn't. Maybe his tyres would have exploded.
No, he did.
No, he pit really late.
No, he dropped down the order from the 6-car restart because you like everyone in front of Jake, which included Trigger.
No, Trigger didn't. Yeah, Trigger pit lap 9. He was fine.
Yeah, okay.
But now Jackson all over the back of Tim.
Tim lagging as well. Jackson
Trying to go around the outside.
Beautiful. He
hasn't made the move yet. Then they get very, very close. But Jackson has made the move.
Now,
will Tim pit, or will he get disqualified? Or will my stupid brain be wrong and he doesn't have to pit? I think even if he pits, then he'll be clear. I might not. He doesn't pit. Will he get disqualified? No.
Okay, we're done. Can Jackson now catch up 3 seconds on this lap? The final lap to clear P4. We've seen drives like that.
Oh, he pit the end of lap 3. Yeah, he didn't need to pit up. I am stupid, as Charles Leclerc once quoted.
Twice. Even more than in back in Cal. Just 3 more
Andy
seconds.
Forrest, will he beat Jake's fastest lap? No, he needs to gain another 2 seconds. But Jake now runs the final sector through under the bridge. 12 seconds is his lead. Dolger has gained a lot on Kyle. Jake Marsh through the DHL section. It's pole. It's the fastest lap. And it is the win for Jake Marsh in Singapore. Dominant. Great drive. Absolutely dominant for Jake. The fireworks go off. Kyle P2 on track. He will lose it to penalties. Dolger takes the position. I don't think Jackson's going to gain enough time on Bunnies.
No, he's not gonna.
Bunnies with a slight mistake as we watch the fireworks in the background.
He'll have to catch up 1.8 seconds. Not gonna happen.
Now the fireworks of Singapore for Bunnies. Well, not for him, but as Bunnies claims P4.
Oh, Jackson.
No, Jackson's not close enough.
Oh,
Bunny!
As the
my dad's a moron. I comes on
That sounded like your brother.
I'm not with my brother right now. Andy Forrest will come around to get P8. Jackson's 8. Oh yeah, P7. Jackson's 8. I was just going very slowly.
So Constance Hanchi will get sprint race pole.
Oh yeah, he will. Trigger, the only man to be lapped. 34-minute race. That was.
So we've been commentating for an hour and 4 minutes. Well, an hour and 6 minutes now. With the formation lap, we've been commentating for an hour and 10 minutes already.
But great drive from Jake as we watch him. Very happy about that win.
Dolger as well with the podium. Surprise podium perhaps. can see the pure emotion in Jake Marsh himself. Yes.
That was horrendous.
I know. Hey, there's another voice crack for Dallas to put in the compilation.
Yeah. Yeah. 31 points so far. Jake has dominated this weekend. Jackson will be starting P4 on the grid though. Could we get a double Cwr2's win?
Now, I believe there will be a lap on safety car.
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not, but given the events that transpired in the feature race and some of the driving standards, yeah, I can't see anything other than a lap on safety car. It is a white front wing for the AlphaTauri.
Indeed. The launch is in 11 hours. No, 11 and a half hours.
I don't care, I'm getting up to watch it.
I'm not.
Even if I do go to sleep at like 2 or 4.
Constant Punchy's on pole. Is this his first ever sprint race pole?
And it is light out, and away we go.
Not yet. Oh, Constant Punchy, he's done it. He's done it again, and he's on the super soft. They won't last 12 laps. He's going to have to make a pit stop in the sprint race. Andy Forrest. Although, before the race, didn't I predict Andy Forrest could win the sprint race?
Did. I don't think I predicted the race winner correctly though for the feature. I did say Jake was going to win it. Well, he didn't just win it, he dominated. He said Kyle was going to win. She's still got P3 on into on track. As Tim Med has lost it, he's gone off. Jackson P4, Buddies P5, Kyle P6, Dolga P7, the dominant race winner of the feature race P8, Gummy Gamer P9, Mr. Vex P10, Sultan P11, Trigger P12, the AI of Jato Racing P13, Kimi at 26 Torpedoes AI P14, and ASDF Kimi. I think he may also be an AI, I'm not too sure, in P15. As now rounding the final corners.
How will Jake shape up? Is the real question. Can he get max points? Is what I am wondering.
Last driver to do that was you in last season's time.
I think it was France.
Yeah, I don't think kart racing has done it this season. Yet.
Yet, indeed.
Almost did it as Amnor. Almost did it as Spain.
As we have all cars lined up, do you want to take the start?
Right, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are underway for the sprint race at Singapore. Good start from Andy Forrest. Good start also from
Ooh, Andy Forrest really moving over.
Yeah,
Oh, and missed the Vex's round. Oh, and his car. That's Bunny's. Bunny's is off.
Jake's also around. I think. Yeah, Jake is round. Hitting Mr. Vex as well.
Gummy Gamer and Sultan now side by side. Tim going for a move on Andy Forrest, not quite. Kyle all over the back of Jackson. Can Kyle make a move here? Not yet. Tim! Oh, Andy's round! Oh, Tim has shapen him back up. Jackson now goes down the inside of Tim! Oh, that's a great move for Jackson. Now all he has stopping him.
Lagged out. Chaos. Andy Forrest now in P6. A massive swarm of cars now. Kyle.
And Gummy Gamer has damage.
Dolga up into
Oh,
P4.
Gummy Gamer! Oh, Gummy Gamer, that's a big off! Into the wall, sliding off the track.
That has been a very chaotic start so
now
far.
Tim getting overtaken by everybody, or his AI, I should say.
One car this has gone perfectly for is Consampanchi.
And Jackson, because Consampanchi will need to pit.
He will need to pit, to be fair.
So the battle now is looking between Dolga, Jackson and Kyle for this race, when Dolga was very quick in the sprint race to get Kyle. Biggest winners of this start, Kimmy up 7 positions. Biggest loser is actually Tim, down 7.
7. I will keep you on the penalty front. No penalty.
Oh, Sultan hits the wall. Can Kimmy get him now? No, Sultan into the pits. What's happened with Jackson? Okay, his timing tower's just broken. It's saying that he's falling down the order. He is not. Although, can Kyle get Jackson? Jake Marsh is into the pit lane.
So, very disappointing for Jake Marsh on that start.
Our timing tower is very, very glitched at the moment as I'm dropping things like it.
Gummy Gamer leading the race now, or Gummy Gamer losing. Torpedo now leading the race, now Jatto leading the race, now Mr. Bex, now Sultan leading the race. According to the timing tower,
Jackson is gaining times on Consampanchi, though Kyle is only 8 tenths off of Jackson.
Oh, and Mr. Vex has gone for the move on the Honours AI for some reason. Currently, Jake Marsh is in P2 on the timing tower. Oh,
Jackson is purple.
Jackson now within 7 tenths, and now.
As it says, Jake's leading the race. Don't think that's true, and it's not.
As the first penalty of the race goes to Sultan. As my TV, why?
Jackson all over the back.
Tell me why.
Jackson all over the back of Consampanchi. They will have DRS this lap as well.
As the TV turns back on. Now within 3 tenths is Jackson now.
Fastest lap.
Double win for Cwr2 on the cards, perhaps. Consampanchi very slow through the turn 3. Jackson will have DRS in just 100 meters time.
DRS is activated.
Wide open. Will he go for the dive bomb?
He will. Can he make it stick? He can. Oh, the Consampanchi is coming back. I sound like a sheep. Kimmy now making the move on Trigger. Trigger now switch backing him. Now round the outside for the duck looking car lane under in the wall.
He's round. Gummy Gamer up into P6.
Oh, has Kimmy's just hit bunnies?
But he also has a penalty for it. Gummy Gamer is in P6. Could
He was in
could very,
P5 last race.
but he's DSC now out. But this is a legitimate P6 at the moment for Gummy Gamer.
It was legitimate last time, but just...
Only 9 laps to go. Can he hold it? He's in a very good position.
Alright, we're back underway. I don't think I saw any drive-throughs handed out.
No,
Cwr2 26 Torpedo
return.
is back in here. Jackson leads the field away. We have no intervals at the moment.
He's leading by yes amount of time.
Indeed, maybe.
Perhaps.
8 tenths ahead. Kyle now going for the move on Constantpanchi. Could we get a double podium for Kyle and Dolga?
Perhaps. Maybe.
It's looking like it at the moment, seeing as Dolga has quite a big gap behind him. Trigger into the pit lane.
The podium
Kimmy.
at the moment is looking like a Cwr2's a NP and a HWA for both races.
Indeed, it's just that the Cwr2's has changed. But we're only a third of the way into the race, so we can't get too predictive. Yeah, that.
Predicting things.
Yeah, we can't start predicting things yet.
I predict that Sultan has 3 seconds of penalties at the moment. I predict that Jackson is currently leading by 1.2 seconds.
Yes, yeah.
Now Mr. Vex in P8, Harold Bunny's penalty up to P7. It's be a very good point at all for Dams.
Ooh, Dolga now all over the back of Constantpanchi. Will he send one? Not yet. I don't think that's Sultan. Constantpanchi is wide. He is really holding up Dolga if he wants a chance at another P2.
As he will likely go for moving to turn 1 Dolga. As Constantpanchi pits.
For these soft tyres, I knew those super softs wouldn't make it.
Now Dolga may start his assault on
Mr. Vex is on the back of Bunnies. Bunnies is very slow with his wing damage. And I think he's trying to pit.
Oh, big crash!
Yes!
Big crash!
Bunnies was trying to pit. As Mr. Vex went to his inside, I'd let Bunnies off with that pit entry.
Yeah.
Seeing as there was contact. Cwr2 26 Torpedo, after not being in for most of the race, is in P6. Who was the fastest lap at the moment? It is currently Jackson. I'm sure Jake will be wanting that though. Where's Jake gone? Where it? I can't.
XP11 on some soft tyres. Yellow flag is X2. I believe that is.
Sultan's got a puncture.
He does.
Wait, is that 2 punctures? Yeah, he's got 2 punctures.
He does. That is very weird.
I've seen a Prema going around a street circuit with 2 punctures before. It throws back to season 2 of Torpedo League where Bunny's got 2 punctures and just didn't pit. Ooh, he's done well to catch it there, to be fair.
Yeah. Front, right, and
Oh, but
left.
the leaders are catching him.
Angry Sebastian Vettel noises.
He does get out of the way of Jackson. Can he get out of the way of Kyle as well? He can. Yeah, he cuts the corner to get out of the way of Dolga.
Yeah, there we go. Very good there from Sultan.
This is quite entertaining to watch though, if I'm honest.
Now.
Is Jake going for the fastest lap?
Very long drive down the pit lane on 2 wheels. And
Yes,
changing
it is.
to wing.
As the tyres are now coming off the flat, soft, super soft, I should say, tyres. Jake coming through the final sector as he's pitting.
Jake, it's it.
Maybe fresh super soft.
Maybe to go to the end.
Oh, and that's
No,
Contemplachi.
it's soft.
Maybe he tried for the fastest lap but just couldn't get it.
Could still get it. Now, Dolga within 1.6 seconds of Kyle.
If it finishes like this, it will be maximum points for Cwr2. Actually, no, it wouldn't. That's a fat lie.
I'd like to have some of what you're on right now, not gonna lie.
Same as what Rich Energy owners
Well,
on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alfa Romeo Rich Energy is gonna be, if it does happen, be interesting, let's say.
It'd be quite cool to have a black and gold cart on the grid.
Yeah, the last time they wore it, it was very disappointing, like livery wise.
I quite liked it.
It was okay.
Kimmy is on the back of Trigger again. Trigger's in the wall and Kimmy's hitting again.
But Mr. Vex now gets past Constantanchi. As Constantanchi gets Mr. Vex back.
As Mr. Vex does pit. Their sprint rates has been a bit, it's been a bit bland after the start phase.
Just Jackson winning, I open 2. Dolga catching though, this could be
He
very
is.
interesting. Yeah.
Trigger has retired in the pit lane.
Retired up here, pretty standard. I feel like we may have to interview 4 drivers for this one.
Huh?
Not 3. I feel like we should interview 4 drivers for this one.
Well,
I've got the feeling
no.
that Jackson would be in the top 3 point scorers.
Then he won't get an interview. It's simple as that.
Fair enough.
But he has just set the fastest lap of the race, while Dolga has got within a second of Smilett's Kyle. Jake Marsh, though, purple through sector 2. He is going to be wanting, oh my back, that fastest lap of the race.
The fastest back. We'll get Charlie and
The
back.
weakest back.
So we'll get Charlie and back. There's only £3 a month. Will give him the new back.
But Dolga is all over the back of Kyle now. So, could we see... Mr. Vex with the 3-second time penalty. Will Jake set the fastest lap of the race? He does. That's a very, very good lap from Jake. Dolga now, how quick? It's a second quicker than his teammate. But Dolga now within half a second. Sultan.
Oh, retired. Will that be a safety car?
Ooh, that's a big crash. Go on board with bunnies, I'd say. It's a virtual safety car.
Virtual.
Bunnies, hurry up, we want to see the crash. Oh, it's gone. I saw it on stream if you want to check it out.
This played into Kyle's hands pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah, it has stopped the pressure from Dolga.
Has. For now. Bolton has left. This is the director of the drive for a penalty.
Oh, he is in P12 anyway.
Position. But now, Dolga all over the back of Smiley's Kyle.
Indeed, he is.
Gummy Gamer 3 seconds. He's up in P5, he's still... Gummy Gamer is going to get P5.
Is this his best result?
Ever, I think, yes.
Interesting.
And even then, if Kyle and Dolga take each other out, which I don't think they will, you would be looking at a Gummy Gamer podium.
Indeed, Mr. X was retired in the pit lane.
Gummy Gamer is actually catching up to Andy Forrest. Not enough, I'd say, but Gummy Gamer clearly wanting it.
Dolga, ooh, will he get Kyle in these closing stages of the race? Kyle seems to be cooking the final sector. Dolga gains time in the last sector though. Yeah, oh my god. In the middle sector, Dolga gains time.
They both get time on each other through the final sector.
Yeah, of course.
Makes sense.
They're gonna have to be careful of Mr. Vex's retired car there. They both avoid it. Will Dolga get the run on Kyle that he needs? It's an alright exit. It's not gonna be close enough yet though.
Now we do 4/10 of a second for Dolga.
He gets really close through this section, but then just loses it where he needs to be close. Although Kimmy is now overtaking Tim's AI. Jake with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Dolga now within 2/10.
But not enough. Could he go for a switch back? No. Maybe a dive bomb here? No.
Nah, he's way too far back for that though. Now going into the tunnel he could... No, he's too far back.
He couldn't go. I'm still sticking to the back of Kyle. Wallace touches his rear end. Kyle has a little bit of a moment. Could Dolga have a look into turn one, a better exit from Kyle?
Dolga still can't make a way through. Now Dolga, this is the closest he has been to Kyle.
The longer
That's
DRS
still too far
nothing
back.
to do unless he does Danny could be at the 26 torpedo style send. Oh, a bit of a mistake there from Kyle.
No, Dolga is all over the back of him.
Just
Oh,
two
he's
tenths.
all over the place.
Still 2 tenths. Have a good exit there from Kyle.
Oh,
contact.
very, very. No, there wasn't. I don't think. But this is Dolga is so close now to the back of Smilett's Kyle.
It's gonna be a last lap lunge, I think.
These two again giving us a great show.
Oh, a bit running over there from Dolga. This has been the only thing that's kept this race entertaining at all.
Indeed.
Again, a good exit from Kyle.
Yeah, Dolga's way too far back for this straight. But can he have a good first sector to be able to get him on the next DRS straight? The main overtaking point of the circuit, as this is the final lap. Jackson, he's clear.
He's clear 6.5 seconds. Oh, yeah.
Dolga braking late, Kyle with the better exit. Dolga even closer this time. Not close enough though. Jake gets past Yano's AI. Dolga's pushing Kyle through these corners now.
As Gubby Game is now within 3 seconds of Andy Forrest.
Maybe a dive into the hairpin for Dolga. Oh, no, he's just... Nah, he just lost a lot of time.
Has a look still though.
But I think Kyle's got this in the bag. Oh, Dolga getting very, very close to him.
He's not gone for the last lap lunge. He hasn't risked everything just yet.
Too dangerous to go for a lunge through here. There's no more overtaking points though. But I'm going to have to cut away from these two as Jackson comes through the penultimate corner now. It's been dominant from him today. From P4 on the grid through the final corner. He's avoided everything in the sprint race. Jackson wins in Singapore to make it a Cwr2 1-2. Kyle comes home. Not 1-2. I mean like double race win. Kyle P2. Dolga P3. Gummy Gamer extremely close to Andy. Potentially. No, he doesn't. Does Gummy Gamer have damage? Yeah, he does. Andy Forrest through the final corner to get P4 for Campos.
Surprise P5.
I guess this is his best result this season, or ever in the league.
Ever, I believe, yeah. Constant Panchi coming on.
Kimmy gets a 3-second penalty, but won't matter.
Won't affect anything. The final points playing position looks like it will go to Kimmy at 26 torpedo.
Indeed, Kimmy. Round the final corner. Well, double left-hander. Now the final corner!
It's fine. Kimmy at 26 torpedo to come round the final corner now to claim his first points in CWR2.
On debut.
On debut as well.
As Jake spins. Oh my god, he's not actually made the line.
He did. Just. P9. Timbed P10. Yano's AI.
Go on. Wait, Bunny's... As Bunny is smashed into Jake.
Beautiful from Bunnies.
Jackson wins in Singapore.
So we will be interviewing, if it allows me to see. We'll be.
I think it will be Dolga, Kyle, and Jake.
It is Jake, Dolga, and Kyle. It is.
Jackson, 2 points off.
So Jake, Dolga, and Kyle.
Can you add Kyle and Jake? And I'll tell you.
And I'm adding Dolga as well, unless you're adding it.
I'll ask them.
I've added them all. As none of them have joined just yet.
Hello,
Hello,
Jake.
Jake.
Marsh.
Good evening.
Hello, Smile, it's Kyle.
Hello.
Now, is Dolga gonna join? If not, we'll get Jackson. Okay, he can't. Let's get Jackson in.
Why not?
Well, he came fourth and he won a race, so might as well get him in.
Hello, Jackson.
Hello.
Well, okay, so we'll start with Jackson. Very dominant sprint race. But that's not what I want to talk to you about. Feature race.
Yeah.
Where's your luck? It's just gone.
Yeah, I mean that was just. I don't think many more bad things could happen to me in that sprint race. Feature race, sorry.
I mean, first
it
it was
was-
Andy Forrest's AI being.
Yeah,
a
I must admit.
bulldozer.
Yeah, I was terrified because I was just so confused. Because Jake had just said, "Have you got any damage?" And I said no. And then immediately after that, I get slammed into the rear and removed my front wing off the back of the car in front of me. And yeah, that was, I mean, terrifying. I mean, a big part of it, I was terrified I was going to hit Jake because I knew he had a great chance of the win. Luckily, I didn't. Sorry to whoever I did hit. Didn't have much control at the time.
Yeah,
It
and
was
then
terrifying. It really was scary.
well, we caught both of your incidents on stream. We caught that, and then the Yarners.
I mean, Yano
I don't know
annoys
what
me.
Tim was doing, but
Yeah.
then Yarno.
I can understand Yana being a bit unhappy, but I mean,
But still, you got to look out for other cars coming.
yeah. I mean, he let the entire field bite and then took out me. It was a bit annoying. I mean, I can understand if he did it straight, if he had sort of kept his throttle when he's got spun, but yeah. That was really annoying because I was in a great position to fight for a potential podium just by charging my way up the order. But it's just so blatant, and I can understand, yeah, he's been taken out and all that, but I mean, I did a lap with no front wing and managed to not take anyone out, so I understand he was mad, but you've got to be careful still.
Yeah. Well, congrats on your race win,
Thank you.
Kyle. Mr. Consistency, it seems.
Yes. Hello.
Managed to keep Zolga behind in the second race. Will you get that penalty removed in the?
I hope so. I hope so.
Did you get hit
I
on the
was-
safety car?
No, I overtook Tim when he was kind of. Because I saw Yana face the wrong way, and then Tim was like right next to him, but he wasn't moving.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
So I kind of had to just drive past.
That'll probably get removed then.
But yeah, I had fun. Although I had no pace today, I honestly didn't. That was
Well,
just...
you and Dolga was literally the only battle on track in the sprint
Yeah.
race.
It's literally the only thing that kept the sprint race entertaining.
Yeah, I saw all the dots are spread on track, but it was great battling and it was nice and clean, which is always nice. But
Yeah, it was very good to see a bit of clean racing,
yeah,
considering what happened earlier.
but yeah, against the two Shrews guys, I had nothing. I couldn't do anything. It was impossible.
Yeah.
But happy with a double podium nonetheless, and yeah, closing to Eric, which is nice as well. But
Yeah.
nothing else to say.
But him missing that weekend, you've probably really pulled in the points against him.
Yeah.
Jake,
Hello?
almost getting maximum points, but that sprint race just didn't go your way, did it?
I had an awful start and I got no wing after turn 1, and after that I had to switch onto the super softs and I couldn't get them to the end, so yeah.
You
couldn't do
got a
anything
very
about it.
dominant fastest lap. I think it was a second clearer than anybody else in the field.
It shows what could have been, but unfortunately didn't work out.
I've got a question for both Jake and Jackson.
Yes.
Indeed. Hello?
How close was that quali session?
Well, the thing is, both of us didn't get great laps in as well.
Both of us set best laps with tyres that were 6/10 slower in terms of wear. So we both really screwed up our quality, and even then the laps weren't very good.
Oh
It's
no,
been-
you're
I
only,
mean,
you're
I
only like a second or so ahead of the field. Not that great.
But I was one of the big annoying things about the feature race was that I think we could have had a great battle and really kept you guys entertained. And I mean for the team that was really annoying because we missed a lot
The
of
feature race
points.
still wasn't bad.
I didn't really see what happened in it. I hope it was clean, but I don't think it was.
No.
Quite the opposite.
I
The amount of
Charlie
cars
got the
that
stewards.
cost
So you gotta-
Yeah, Jake, we're gonna have a fun night.
Indeed we are.
Anyway, any other points? Any of the drivers or Adam you'd like to make?
No, unless the drivers have got any, I'm not got anything.
I will take silence as a no then. Well, that will conclude the stream. Thank you all for tuning in, and tune in next